To be frank, I mean, it's always rather humbling. I mean, when your friends and colleagues put you up for things, it's humbling. It genuinely is. And one of the things one of my great friends and colleagues reminded me about too, though, and instead of shying away from it, really embracing it, because it's an opportunity to shine light on the program itself.
I think Dr. Forbes is deserving mostly because he doesn't think he is. He is, outreach is his entire career. He's done the enviable thing, the ideal thing for a faculty member. He's integrated his entire professional life in and around outreach work in his own community. He is a rock star there, but he shies away from the attention. And he's a rock star here in as much as that, his outreach is the foundation for everything. His teaching is connected to it. His research is connected to it. His service is connected to it. But he would never, ever, ever want to take credit for the work.
I've always been a huge fan of Dr. Cook's, so I will freely admit that it's a big honor to be recognized with the award with his namesake on it. And also the fact that, outreach has been a big supporter of ours. We would not be where we're at without it. I'm genuinely humbled by it. And again, most importantly, I appreciate the opportunity to get more folks to, know what we do in hopes that we can sustain this thing. Oak Grove started in 2012, started out as a service learning project. It was just me and a few of my undergraduate students. As I like to say, no pun intended, but it just organically caught. And we went from one school to 3 schools the next year to 7 schools the year after. And that same year, some of the city leaders approached us and asked us if we were interested in starting a community garden, which we did in 2014 at our site we have now. And it's at the intersection of Carver and Jeter neighborhoods, which are 2 of the 5 most food insecure areas in Lee County. And so our mission evolved from school gardens to looking at really kind of community food security. And then in 2018, we took over the farmers market, which we have behind us. Every time I'm out at the garden or in the schools or at the farmers market, I'm reminded the value of this. This is not a huge revenue generating thing, right? But the value, the impact that can't be measured in a ledger in a lot of ways. Constantly meeting new students, new folks in the community, I'm constantly amazed at the strengths that people have, that the potential's out here. And I am reinforced all the time by my colleagues, my students, folks in my community, my friends, my family, that remind me there's a lot of value in this. And again, it's things like the market or being out at the garden on Saturday mornings. We've been out there every Saturday for 12 years, every Saturday. And I've seen so many students come through where they found their niche. Keeping that moving, that's what keeps me rolling.